Hello everybody and welcome to the video. This is Dofran. Today guys we're in a video about Summoner's War. Today we're gonna talk about the 5 units that I think should get buffed in this balance patch. Hopefully they do. I'm gonna talk about them. I'm gonna explain why I think they need to get buffed, but also as always just let me know in the comment below if you do agree, if you disagree, and which one you think need an actual weapon, need an actual buff. Obviously it's my opinion, so you might disagree. Again, let me know in the comment below if you disagree. And yeah guys, before getting to the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free and support the channel a whole lot, so if you can please hit a button guys, it really would help. Alright, let's start already. I'm gonna talk about normal element only. We might have another video about LDs, but I'm gonna talk about normal element only for this video. I might miss some units, but I'm thinking that I do have the right units. I'm gonna start with some units. Maybe it's not gonna be just top 5, but I'm gonna mention which one actually need help. I'm gonna start with the one that need the help the least, and then I'm gonna get to the top and mention the units that actually really need help. Alright, top 5. I mean, I'm gonna start by saying that this Holyberry, Wind Holyberry cookie, or some of the cookies anyway, need some help, because Pure Vanilla cookie, Wind Pure Vanilla cookie, Wind Holyberry cookie are pretty, I don't know, they look just a bit too niche, very hard to use them, and I'm talking RTA of course, very hard to use them. Maybe in Siege, I don't see the point of using them in Siege, there is way better options. This guy got buff lately, and it was looking interesting, but I don't know if it is. I don't have him, so I didn't test him. I didn't see much of him in RTA, so I guess he's not that good. But yeah, these two definitely, maybe that. And I wanted to mention Dominic. Dominic got buffed. I got double buffed on the passive, so now he doesn't steal the attack bar, and it doesn't do as much damage. So I hope they put back maybe the damage, as it is a damage dealer, because the attack bar was actually really insane, as it would steal the attack bar and it would go again before that specific unit, which means it would kill it. But yeah, the damage at least, it feels very underwhelming now compared to where it was. It would be nice if they buff him back a little bit. It was a very fun unit. I didn't have him until a couple of weeks before they nerfed him. If you have a attack buffer, it works okay, but you still need the attack buff on him, otherwise it's not gonna do enough damage. Still decent counter to Manon, but again you kinda need very good runes, so maybe. Right, next in the list, in my opinion, Assassin's Creed unit got buffed. Pretty much all of them in the last balance patch. I think some of them became usable. I feel like the Cassandras are a lot better now. Well, not a lot better maybe, the Wind and Fire, but a little better for sure. They do decent damage, they do what they're meant to do. Maybe they could buff a little bit extra damage on skill 2, maybe not, but they are pretty much fine. I feel like the Bayeks are, even the Fire one, I think Fire one has very good potential. He has very good base stats as well, but also very low chance of defense breaking. He needs very good runes to work, and he doesn't have a strip here, so they could increase the chances of defense breaking, maybe 50%, maybe a bit too high, maybe not. I think he has very good potential, especially because skill 2 is really good. The Wind one is mostly a PvE. He has the same skill 2, but he has very different skill 3, which is a passive, so he's more of a PvE unit, but I feel like people prefer other units over him anyway, so I don't know. I feel like he needs help, as well as some of the Ezios, like the Water Ezio. Pretty interesting mechanic, but very low base speed. Water Ezio, Fire Ezio seems very underwhelming, to be honest with you too. I'm not gonna talk about LDs, as I said. I was gonna talk about normal elements only. But yeah, normal elements. I think Water Eivor is decent, but also requirement for defense for the passive are really high. So maybe lower a bit that one, and she can be decent. otherwise she needs very good runes, and she doesn't do enough to deserve those runes. So I feel like Wind Bayek, Fire Bayek is fine I think, but it needs higher chances defense breaking, otherwise it probably will never defense break. It needs crit rate, it needs HP, it needs some attack, it needs accuracy, it needs everything. And the water Ezio, yeah, for sure. Higher base speed and it becomes very usable. So that's number 4 in the list for me. But we also already mentioned the Wind Olive Berry, which was number 3 in the list for me. I think she really needs help because I don't know if she does enough. She doesn't do enough in my opinion. It's interesting, or the decreased cooldown AoE by 1 turn. It's a 4-turn cooldown. I've seen better than this on a lower cooldown, so yeah, maybe her. But yeah, number 2, let's start the top 2. Number 2 in the list for me, Puppeteer as all family. Obviously not Zibala. Zibala is borderline broken. I think she's broken, and it's the only one I don't have on the normal elements. I have Smicer and I have Zima. They are unusable, and I'm gonna say even the Light and Darks are not. Light and Dark Puppeteers are pretty bad as well, so hopefully they buff them too. I think Zibala is the only one. I think Zibala is on the verge to be nerfed. It's crazy to think that one element of one family is pretty much, I don't want to say it's broken, but she's borderline broken, and other elements on the same family are really bad. So hopefully they do buff or change the Puppeteers and LDs. We're not talking about this, as I said, but Puppeteer need help as a whole family. Zibala is insane, the other ones are really bad, so hopefully they change a little bit. They do have bombs, but they don't offer much more than that. They don't get an extra turn here either, so you see how Ciara is just better than them already, and Ciara is not that much used anymore, but if she's better than Smicer and Zima, then you understand why these two are not used at all. So please, Puppeteer, come to us. And last in the list, and I feel like every time I do the list for top 5 units that need buffs, this family is always in the list. And come to us, change them so many times, they buff them, they change them, they are still useless. Yes, Beast Monks are terrible. On paper, their skills are not too bad, but in reality they are. They're bad in Siege, they're bad in Arena, they're bad in RTA, they're bad in PvE, in dungeons, they're bad everywhere. So I would say stop changing them, maybe completely redesign their skills. They're tanks, sure, but they don't really offer much. They do have strips, they do have everything, but their base speed especially is just holding them back so badly. So maybe even just buff the base speed and it will make sense to use them, because even Chandra might be one of the best Beast Monks, but 96 base speed is just way too low. So if you think to build Chandra on Swift, because he has attack bar increase, 96 base speed is gonna get outsped by pretty much everything else, so maybe not. If you build on Violent, it needs very good Violent runes to build it. So please come to us, buff the Beast Monks or change them completely, and I think that's gonna make it for my top 5. Guys, if you disagree, let me know. If you agree, let me know, but do let me know what your top 5 is or what you would like them to buff the most. I've seen other units, maybe this guy need a little extra damage on skill 3. It doesn't do enough. It's a cool unit, but it can't be used. It just can't be used. Anyway guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye everybody, take care guys, stay safe, bye.